Okay, cut, action. Hi guys, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to tackle this back wall behind me. It's kind of gone through a lot of changes since we lived here. So the first thing that we did was I had like a shelf up here with like some books and plants and stuff, and then it just wasn't doing it for me because I felt like everything underneath it was kind of blank. But I tried to put artwork and nothing just really felt right. I didn't love it. So I'm gonna try something different. I'm going to try to DIY a plate wall rack. And before you're like,
oh, that sounds really grandma-y.
it is grandma-y, and that's just my style though. So it's gonna be pretty large. I wanted to take up most of this wall, but it's not just gonna be plates. I want like it to be like cutting boards, cookbooks, decor. So just like another place to display decor and artwork. Okay, so I went ahead and mapped out exactly where I want the plate wall to go. If you notice, I don't want a top board going across. I just want to leave it open. That way I can put like bigger stuff up there that could go to the ceiling if it wanted to. So that is my plan. I'm going to practice drilling some pocket holes in a piece of spare wood. My idea is to drill pocket holes in this wood that's going to go on the side like this. That way it can go into the wall and have more stability. My only fear is the wood splitting because this is like a 1x3. So I'm gonna do some practice runs and then we're gonna work on getting this up today. I'm hoping that it just takes like a day to put up and then I can paint it later. So I'm gonna go drill some pocket holes. Okay, I hope that you can see this, but whenever I have the boards like this, it hangs off of the baseboard too much. So what I'm thinking about doing is cutting it at an angle to make it look like it, just like a smoother transition from the baseboard. So I went ahead and made some markings. I'm gonna hit the ceiling because this board is so big. But I went ahead and did like an angle marking, and I think I'm gonna use my jigsaw to try to cut it out and then just sandpaper it down so it's smooth. And I want this edge to be a little round. Really good to me. I'm gonna do the other one. This is what it's gonna be looking like. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. So this is what it'll look like. Just not jutted out so much. I like it. I think I did a good job. All right, now we just have to figure out how to put it up. The pocket hole idea that I had, I'm just not confident that I can do it without messing it up. So I'm still brainstorming on how to keep it up here, but I think I've got some good ideas. Blue tape that was up was just a template so I could get a visual. It was up there for a couple of days so I could really visualize what this is gonna look like and if I really wanted it. It's a pretty big, substantial piece, but it's not gonna stick out very far. I think I figured it out. I'm gonna use these L brackets and put it on the top and the bottom, so it's gonna look like this. And then this part's one part's gonna go into the wall and the other part is gonna go into the wood. But hopefully you won't be able to see it because it'll look like this. So I have my vertical board up, and then this piece right here is just gonna be like a spacer so I can get each shelf equal amounts apart. And so I just have this shelf sitting up on the spacer, and then I kind of have it rigged to where this is just helping me hold it up on the doggy gate. And so I've just made sure that it's level, and I'm gonna get my brad nailer and brad nail it in. I got the first bottom shelf on. It's level, so it looks good. Very happy with it. I put the L brackets into studs. I didn't have to use drywall screws, and it's pretty sturdy. So happy about that. I'm gonna go ahead and put up the other side. So let's do that. And then we can put in the rest of the shelves. So I'm just gonna keep repeating the same process using this spacer so it's evenly spaced out and up to the top. So I only have 2 more to do. I did the other 2 L brackets on the bottom, but I think for the 2 top shelves, I'm gonna do the L brackets on the top. That way you can't see them looking at the bottom. I'm trying to make them as invisible as possible. I also have these trim pieces that I'm gonna place underneath each board, each shelf. I've already made a mark on where I need to cut, so I'm gonna go cut these down and show you what it's gonna look like. Okay, all we have to do is brad nail these in. So I'm gonna get in all the nooks and crannies, make it look seamless, and then we can paint. And I'm just gonna paint it the same color as the wall, and then we'll move on to some pretty details, which I'm really excited about. Marked my drill bit with some tape so I know how far to go down. Sorry, I know the lighting is not great in here right now, but if you can see, there's tape. Just gonna be going down a little bit. We are ready to get this thing painted. I'm gonna call them finials. I'm not really sure what they are called, but little railing details. And they had little nubs at the top and the bottom. I accidentally messed up on this one and cut them both off, but I ended up cutting off just one end on the rest of them, and then using a drill bit to drill a hole in the center. And then I just patched up the top. So what I'm gonna do now is just sand down the tops of all of them to make them smooth. And then I got this gold hammered spray paint. I'm excited to see what it looks like because my vision is that this looks like real metal, even though it's just like some wooden dowels and these wooden finials. So this, you can see like these have little bottoms. So this is the little bottoms are gonna go into the wood shelving that we've drilled holes in. And then this is gonna go like this. So it's going something like this. Fingers crossed that it looks like a real gold rail. I made this helper piece. It's just like an extra piece of the trim that we used underneath the shelving, and I drilled holes in it to where the little knobs could fit in perfectly. So it's easier to sand these down and spray paint them all at once. As you can probably imagine, it was pretty difficult to drill a hole in these without it like messing it up. And you can see where I had to do some little patch repair and where it messed it up. But you know, it is what it is. I'm hoping that whenever it's painted, it won't look that bad. Also, these are gonna be facing the side and have the dowel going through it, so maybe it won't be as noticeable. And I'll try to put the prettier side facing forward. Trying to trust the process right now. Some of them are showing up silver, and I'm not sure why. I'm wondering if I should have painted them white first. Can you see how some of them are silver? Strange. So I didn't end up loving the gold hammered spray paint that I got. It just has a lot of silver in it. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it was just coming off as too shiny, if you will. So I actually already had this spray paint, which I don't know why I didn't look in my stash before I went off and bought something else. And it is still metallic, but it's a darker metallic, and I already did a test and I like it a lot better. So I'm just gonna do like a light top coat on everything, and I think that that will make it just kind of tone the brightness of it down a little bit. So I think that looks a lot better. It really toned down the gold. Okay, going back over that with the darker gold really made such a huge difference. It really took out the silver. Looks so good. So now we're ready to put it up. I'm so excited. So I went ahead and kind of picked out the uglier ones, and I'm gonna put those at the tops because you're not really gonna be able to see them. And then the, you know, prettier looking ones that turned out better will go where you see them the most. So again, I'm just picking out the prettiest little finials, especially the ones that are gonna be on this like second to top shelf because it's like right at eye level. So I want those to be the prettiest ones. Got my little collection here. I'm just gonna go through and pick the ones I like the best.